Hi, my name's Skye, and here's my story. My life before Jesus was always filled with a lot of uncertainty, worry, and doubt. I was constantly worried about the what ifs and would constantly overwhelm my mind with overthinking and worry. There was a point where many people were walking out of my life and I couldn't bring myself to understand why. It all eventually became very overwhelming and resulted in anxiety and depression. Then when the pandemic hit, it was almost like adding insult to injury because of everything I was trying to overcome initially. While I'm sure we could all go on about the negatives of the pandemic, I'm now able to look back at it and be so incredibly thankful that it did happen. During the pandemic is when my relationship with Jesus truly began to flourish. Looking back at it now, I'm able to see that God had taken away every distraction in my life at the time that was blinding my sight from Him. From removing people in my life, the pandemic, which quite literally forced our daily life to stop temporarily, it was all a part of His plan to get me to realize that I cannot do this thing called life without Him. I remember one time being on TikTok and I joined this girl's live who did a lot of Bible journaling, art, as well as preaching the gospel, and I was incredibly inspired and moved to do the same. I then began also preaching the gospel on this platform and truly felt that God was using me to reach a lot of others, and that feeling was like no other. After the first night that I began praying and genuinely talking to Jesus, it was so amazing how I went from not being able to get a good night's sleep in weeks to getting the best night's sleep ever. I'm now able to say that because of Jesus, my anxiety and depression has become so much more manageable, and I truly believe that it is all because of Him. Before, I wouldn't even be able to go out into social settings without my anxiety completely taking over me, and now the fact that I am standing here doing this right now shows that Jesus has truly saved me. My life since then has been nothing short of a complete blessing. God has provided me with so many amazing opportunities, an amazing support system, and His amazing love and grace. One of the biggest blessings that He has given me was this church. From the first day that I came here, I felt such an overwhelming sense of His presence in the room and through everyone who was here. I had prayed and prayed for Him to provide me with a church that was a family, and He did not disappoint, nor does He ever. That is why I truly believe that this is where He led me and my family, and that is why I'm getting baptized here today. Getting baptized truly means to me that I am publicly declaring my love for Jesus. He deserves all the credit for who I am today because none of what I have overcome would have been possible without Him.
Good job.
Thank
Do
you.
you have any TikTok dances you want to show us?
No, I don't.
No? Not one?
No.